As much as 40% or about 63 million of the Indian workforce is in small and medium enterprises, a segment which has almost been neglected by all insurance companies across the country in their offerings of employee healthcare. Onsurity, a Bangalore-based startup, has come up with employee healthcare offerings which cost as low as 145 rupees per month to address the healthcare requirements of employees of SMEs. A company having only 3 employees can also avail the services of Onsurity. Rohan Shrivastava, head of expansion at Onsurity, talks in this podcast about how the company has been able to sign up 2,000 SMEs so far across all sectors and how the company plans to grow further.
Hi, Mr. Rohan. I'm Deepak Goel. I'm editor of Realty Infra. Good to have you here. I've been watching some of your podcasts on other platforms. I'm curious to know how Onsurity is evolving MSME employee healthcare benefits and how it is offering some of the wellness solutions for its clients.
Thank you so much, Deepak, for having Onsurity on your podcast. And I think it's a great opportunity for us to be coming across and talk about what we are trying to provide. Today, from a employee healthcare benefits landscape, MSME is one of the segments which are untouched all across from the length and breadth of the country. And it would not be right to call out that the overall sector is only powered by the human capital which is there, which is in different tiers and forms available. Onsurity, being a employee healthcare benefit platform, I think we tried picking up the missing middle piece which has been there, because for the large enterprises and the who's who of the enterprises, there are solutions available to take care of the employees' healthcare. And at the same time, the government of India has been right at the forefront to cover the lower bracket of the employee workforce in India. There has been a missing middle, which is almost at around, to give you a number, 63 million MSMEs and SMEs in India, with a workforce of almost 550 million people who are yet to be offered any healthcare solutions from their enterprises. And the reason why they have been untouched is, I think these are the setups which are more focused on increasing their business potentials. They are going across in different diversifying in different activities, but a healthcare from an employee perspective is something is still untouched, and we wanted to address this particular piece there.
Wonderful. So,
Yeah.
how many SMEs have you signed up with so far? If you can give me a timeline, like how many 2 years ago, how many 1.5 year ago, half
I think
1.5 years ago,
it
so.
has been a fantastic run for Onsurity. I think from the time we started, we started off somewhere in Feb 2020, but
Mhm.
we were out in the market at around June, and within 4 months of time, we were able to move across with more than 100 businesses, which continuously grew at a pace of 10x month on month. And today, to give you an overall perspective, we are more than 2,000 plus businesses, and we have more than 2 lakh members already with us. And what we are trying to look at is that, can we try and scale this particular piece in a way that this particular segment, specifically from a MSME, I am able to look at 1 million kind of a members with the sizable number of businesses all across solving healthcare problems.
Okay. What kind of problems of SMEs in the realm of employee hiring and employee retention have you been able to solve through Onsurity? And if you
Yeah.
can give me something about if you're working with some of the interior designer firms, any company in real estate domain that you're working with, and what kind of solutions you have for real estate companies. They can be any company in real estate domain. It could be
Right.
a interior designer firm or any startup, prop tech, fintech.
Mhm. I think that's a very relevant question. So to attend the first part of the question, Deepak, I think what we are doing right now and what are the problems? The biggest problem for MSMEs and SMEs was that affordability of a healthcare solution for the employees. That is something which we have noticed, that in India, all the solutions which were available were on annual plan. And we picked up that as a challenge, and we solved that from a monthly subscription model. So today, Onsurity is India's first and only healthcare solution provider, which is on a monthly model. I think that solved the problem primarily from a cost optimization, which has been a biggest challenge for a founder or a business owner.
Mhm.
Second problem which we identified was that even if there was a thought that we should try and look at offering something to the manpower, there has been a continuous churn in the overall sector. Let's talk about the real estate piece. I mean, I think this has been the most sought after sector when it comes to the growth. This sector is actually the sector which is building up India right now, and at the same time, the bigger challenges also will come with that growth. The challenge to retain, the challenge to engage, the challenge to make sure that everybody is productive at work. I think what I Onsurity did is we tried picking up these challenges one by one, step by step. We picked up the employee engagement piece through our various engagement programs which we run for employee wellness. One challenge I would say, and real estate is a pro sales business, right? I mean, everybody, right from the owner to the executive, everybody is out there in the market and putting across a value proposition to their clients. Uh,
Mhm.
those kind of pressured environment, I think a lot of people require some kind of take a pause moment wherein you want some time for yourself, some mental health kind of a wellness program, a yoga wellness program. A lot of us fall ill for whatever weather reasons. I mean, we need to talk to a doctor. We need to take out time, buy medicines. Can those medicines be subsidized? We need to also try and make sure that every employee is fit and fine. So the routine health checkups. I think all these things comprehensively, if it is coming from a single platform, that has been a big ask from the MSME sector. And I think from a real estate, I personally have been a big fan of this sector because I've been a banker 1.5 decade myself, and I've seen this sector growing multifold. I think the biggest challenge for the business owners have been that getting people on single platform, irrespective of the kind of collar which they are into. There are white collar employees, there are blue collar and gray collar. There are
Mhm.
people who are on the construction side. There are people who are on the road. There are people who are on the rooms designing up. I think all
Yes.
these people are none other than human capital for that particular owner. And
Yes.
when it comes to human capital, the biggest solution which you can try and bring is not tier them in different collars, but try to give them a single superlative experience, which Onsurity stands for today. And I think we have been able to solve this for a lot of clients. I mean, I would not want to name, but one of the very recent clients which we onboarded, and the promoter himself came across after a month of onboarding, he said, "Hey guys, can you also try and bring up something for my construction workers, because they are on a weekly or a monthly wage, and your model of monthly, which is technically a pay as you go model, fits perfectly to them." I think that came as a big badge of honor for us at Onshore.
Fine. Rohan, I was reading about Onsurity Edge credit program that
Yeah.
probably you've launched recently. Could you explain that a bit?
I think we wanted, frankly, I mean, that's a good question. We wanted to try and pick up, or rather, we wanted to try become the fast mover in this segment, because let's try and agree on one thing, Deepak, that most of the business owners in the starting age of their business, which is first, second, or third year, the focus is predominantly on cost optimization, team building, strategy, structure, and sales. I think healthcare is not there on the stack, right? I think that is something what we thought is, and the reason for this is time to manage the healthcare programs. Cost obviously is one thing. So what we thought is, why not we go one extra mile to these business owners and say, hey guys, Onsurity, he's here. We try and created a program which is an Edge program, Onsurity Edge. We try and give some ready credits which are equivalents to rupee to get them started on the healthcare needs for their employees. And I think it has run so well that, I mean, today most of our Onsurity Edge requirements are coming inbound to us. So I think it's a perfect market fit right now for the MSME segment.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Rohan, another question that I have, and you briefly touched upon it a couple of minutes ago, but I wanted to specifically ask about small players in the construction sector. It could be a small tile manufacturer in a place called Morbi in Gujarat. Morbi is a region, is a place in Gujarat which has a lot of tile manufacturers. There are small brokerages in Noida, Gurgaon, Bangalore, Pune. These are small companies having just about 10, 15 employees. So, how can they be benefited with the Onsurity's offerings?
I think one thing which I can give you a very ready case. I mean, one of my colleague who happens to manage the PR for us, Haslina, and when she landed to Bangalore, the first thing she wanted is a place to live, and I connected her to my broker. And
Nice.
when I connected her, the first thing that my broker said is what they do. And I told her at that point of time, I took the opportunity to tell him about Onsurity. You won't believe they are only four of them running a small brokerage firm. And when I told him about this, that it is hardly $1,000 which he has to look at a
Oh,
month,
really?
he and
Hmm.
his family is secured. I think
Hmm.
that is one thing with which we tried bringing in, that as small as team of three people to as big as whatever it can be, we want to try and solve problem for everyone there.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Rohan, that brings me to my last question, and which is, how do you plan to scale up Onsurity in the next couple of years? Where do you see yourself in the couple of years?
I think scaling up is a very proto questions from a startup standpoint, Deepak.
Yes.
But I think the concept and the idea which we are trying to work, and more important, the problem which we want to try and solve, scaling it definitely is not an issue. I think one thing which I can see right now is that the market is wide open. Almost 94% of the MSMEs are yet to see a healthcare solution from any partner from them. I think, and when you construed that from an Indian overall potential of the businesses which are there, 94% is any day a no-brainer for any business to pick up. One thing which we also want to try and build is that continuously keep coming up with a lot of tech-enabled enablement for these guys, because today all of us are on smartphones, and if we are able to try and bring all these requirements on a smartphone at affordable cost, being comprehensive, single platform unit, I think that will definitely help us scale. So I think scaling is definitely not an issue for us. I mean, day and night we are having inbound requirements from a lot of our clients, and I don't see that as a challenge here onwards, Deepak.
Perfect, Rohan. I wish you all the best in your efforts to scale up the company, and probably we'll chat up very soon again for another maybe podcast, or maybe for another profiling opportunity that I can get.
Thank you
And
so much, Deepak, and it has been really a fun-loving conversation with you, and I hope to catch up with you very soon.
likewise,
Thank you.
likewise.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Rohan spoke about serving 2 lakh members of about 2,000 SMEs across the country right now. He also spoke about companies' aim to serve 10 lakh employees of SMEs in the near future, which is about 5x growth. One way of achieving that growth will be by continuously coming up with tech based solutions for employee healthcare benefits of its clients and partner firms. Realty and Infra will bring further details on those developments of Onsurity as and when they happen. Watch out for this space.